HuggingFace just released SmolLM3, a new open source language model that is better, faster, and cheaper than Qwen3 and Gemma3-4B. Well, today we're going to find out if that chart is true. I'll compare it to other models like the Qwen3-4B and Gemma3-4B in app development. But before we begin, make sure you subscribe to BetterStack for more videos like this. Now, what's really interesting isn't just the model itself, but the blueprint HuggingFace shared about how they trained it. You can see in this model that the main headline is that it is small, can use different languages, and a long context listener up to 128K. It is also mentioned here that it was trained on a whopping 11 trillion tokens, which is absolutely massive for a model this size. You're getting a lot of coverage packed into just 3B parameters. Now for this video, I'll be making an app using the very same prompts for all the models. I will build an app using JavaScript, which allows the users to create balls that bounce around the canvas, and the user should be able to spawn a brick or a rectangle on a mouse click. With Gemma3, it created a button, which is what I was hoping, but there is no design whatsoever, and that's okay, I guess. It also gave me the canvas that is fully scaled, so I really appreciate that, because I didn't mention that I want the width and the height to be fully scaled or 100%. But there is a problem. Whenever I click, there is no rectangle spawning. So I went back to prompting, and just like that, I was able to spawn objects. Now on my third attempt, I asked the model to make the ball bigger when it consumes a smaller ball. And again, it was able to do my request. With Qwen3, on my first attempt, I was able to add bricks or boxes, I should say, but there is no way for me to add additional balls. And so I went back to the chat and reminded it to do that part because I think it forgot it. And after that, I can finally add balls with different colors, but I noticed that they all have the same radiuses. So on my third attempt, I asked it to fix that, and to no surprise, it's working. Now my final attempt is to make the big balls go big when it consumes smaller balls. And to my surprise, not only it is working, but it also changed the background color, and I didn't even ask for it. But now notice that we lost the button that allows us to add more balls. And finally, with SmolLM3, unfortunately, it failed miserably on its first attempt. The code that it generated is weird. I mean, look at this. The opening tag is a style tag, but the closing tag is a script tag. But hey, it gave me buttons for adding balls and removing walls, so I'll give it a credit. Fortunately though, none of these are working. So I went back to the chat and tried my second attempt. Not working. I even checked the console and there are no errors. And so for the last time, I told it that nothing is happening when I click the buttons or the canvas. And guess what? It just stopped thinking and said nothing. So I responded, so where is the code? And unfortunately, as much as I tried to make it work, it just couldn't. I was definitely not expecting the outcome of this. At first I thought SmolLM would outperform the two models, not because of the chart, but because of how it was trained and how much token it was trained with. But yeah, unfortunately, Qwen3-4B and Gemma3-4B won. Which, by the way, I'm sorry, it was too late before I realized that I installed the wrong parameter. But yeah, even so, I was really hoping the SmolLM3 would outperform those models. So guys, what are your thoughts on this? Have you tried SmolLM3 yourself? Were you successful? Let us know in the comments below. And if you want to see more videos like this one, don't forget to subscribe and like this video so you won't miss the next one. Now, thank you for watching. My name is Bernard and I will see you in the next one.